everybody. I'm here with little Miss Julia, and I'm going to change her to get her ready for Theme Thursday. I missed Theme Thursday last week because I was out of town on a spiritual retreat called A Walk to Emmaus. So I really wanted to do this week's. However, the theme is insects, and apparently all of my insect-ridden clothes are summertime, and they are still stored up. Although it's going to be very warm today, I probably could get out some summer stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and change Julia, and this is the only thing I could really find. I'm putting this little aqua onesie on her. It's got a unicorn and a butterfly on it, pink butterfly, with some stripy pants, gray and white striped pants, and this little jacket. And the little jacket has all kinds of things on it. Yvonne, you'll like this because you like this kind of stuff. But it has unicorns and flowers and hearts and cupcakes and butterflies. So yeah, you got a choice of stuff here. Double hearts and all that kind of stuff. Lots of different colored butterflies. Yellow ones and pink ones and aqua colored ones. So that's what we're going to be putting on her today. And I thought I would try to do some of those things that I wanted to do. Goodness gracious, girl, your hair's messed up. The last time I videoed, for one, Suzanne from Suzanne's Babies had talked about a time when her oldest son had gotten into her birth control pills, and what a fiasco that was, and having to take him to the hospital and stuff. Well, we had a similar situation happen here. It wasn't with my son, it was with my grandson. I have ADD, and I used to take Adderall and Vyvanse. I have since quit taking it because of an autoimmune disease that I have. It breaks my mouth out in blisters, so I can't take it anymore. And what happened was I had gotten my medications out to take them, and I had laid them on the kitchen bar and had not yet taken them. And my daughter and my grandsons came over to swim. It was in the summer. And she came in with a bunch of stuff, and Sawyer was just walking. Barely just walking. And she brought in a bunch of stuff, and she set it up on the bar, you know, diaper bags and bags of stuff. And we had lunch, and Sawyer was toddling around, and she saw him at one point. She said, "What have you got in your mouth?" And she tried to get it out of his mouth. She saw it, and she tried to get it, but before she could get to it, he swallowed it. And she said it looked like a piece of blue plastic. And I was thinking, I can't think of anything around here that is blue plastic. She said, "Well, it's gone now." He swallowed it. And we really didn't think that much more about it. She said it was just a little piece of blue. It looked like blue plastic. She wasn't sure if it was blue plastic. But anyway, it was gone. So we just sort of, okay, well, he's not choking. He seems to be doing okay. So we just went on. We were out swimming in the pool, and my daughter found a little frog. Little teeny tiny little frog. Almost, I looked like a little tree frog. And she was showing it to the boys. And they were playing with it. And a little while later, the middle one, Emerson, started complaining of being itchy. And he was itching all over. And then Sawyer started just acting really weird, and he was scratching and scratching. So we thought maybe it was the frog, that they had some sort of stuff on him that got on them, and they were reacting to it or allergic to it or whatever. So we were looking up the frog and trying to find if it was poisonous, and we found it wasn't, but the Sawyer just kept getting worse and worse and got real agitated, and tried to put him down for a nap when it was his nap time, and he just would not go. And so she said, well, he's just really tired, but he kept scratching. So we gave them Benadryl, and which is I don't know if in the UK if y'all have that, it's diphenhydramine, and it's a antihistamine that helps with itching. So we had given that to them, and later, he was just getting fussier and fussier and fussier and fussier. And so she said, well, I'm just going to take him on home. And I'll see if he'll probably go to sleep in the car. Well, we tried to put him in his car seat. And he was fighting, just fighting tooth and nail, just screaming and kicking. And we had to hold him, push him down and hold him down in the seat to get him buckled in. And we thought, well, he has never acted like this before. So she called me later. She said he screamed all the way home. There you go, sweet girl. He screamed all the way home and just kicking and everything. And so she said, I'm going to go in and see if I can rock him or something. She said he just keeps fighting me. So a little while later, well, it was evening. It was after 5 because my husband was home. And she called back and she said, Mom, he is still screaming. He has been screaming all day long. Y'all seen her okay? And she said, I don't know what to do. And he just acts so agitated and just screaming and crying and just clawing at himself and stuff. So she was talking to my husband about it. He's a PA, so she was talking to him. And all of a sudden, it was like an anvil fell on my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, I never took my medication this morning, my Vyvanse. And I looked in there, and it was not on the counter. Apparently what had happened was she had put the stuff on the counter, and it must have pushed on that. It was a little capsule, and it rolled off, and yes, it was blue plastic capsule. And I told my husband, he was talking to her, I said, tell her to take him to the emergency room right now. He ate my Vyvanse, which is a stimulant. Basically, Adderall and Vyvanse, that kind of stuff is technically at speed. And it just really, for people with ADD, it helps to calm them down. But otherwise, it would just like rev you up like crazy. And it was an adult dose. And I just figured out that that's what had happened to him. And so I jumped in the car and I flew down what would normally have been a 25-minute drive. Probably took me like 10 minutes to get down there. And I met them at the ER, and I told the doctor there, the nurse, that we think he had taken Vyvanse. Well, as it turned out, he had. His heart rate was like 200 and something. And he was just recoiling from this stimulant in his body, an adult dose in a tiny little body. And they did put him in intensive care unit, because this had been from like 12 till like 6 or 7 at night. So, I mean, he had had it in his system a long time. And they put him in the ER, and they put him in the intensive care unit, and he spent the night, and they started an IV on him and gave him some counter medication, try to calm him down. He was awake all night long, all day long. So he had gone over 24 hours without sleep and was just writhing and screaming. And I mean, I have never been so scared in my life, and never prayed so hard as I did when I was flying down to that emergency room. But he very easily could have killed him, because his heart rate was up so high. But anyway, so Suzanne, that was our little horror story with that. Wasn't anybody's. I felt guilty. I felt like it was my fault, because I left that medication up there and forgot to take it. My daughter felt like it was her fault because she had pushed it off. She said, I saw some pills roll off, and she picked them up, but she said, I thought I got them all, but apparently she didn't. And I didn't realize that they had been knocked off. So that was my horror story. Suzanne. And so, yeah, we can beat ourselves up about it all we want, but it's not going to change it. And thank God he's okay. And your oldest son, Gary, was okay. So, anyway, that's that. And there is Miss Julia ready for Theme Thursday. And what I thought I would do is show y'all another little haul. So, hang on one second. Okay, so here we have a little outfit, and I actually think I bought this for my grandson, the Atticus. Let's see if I can get it open. I should have done this ahead of time, but didn't realize I was going to do this. Alrighty, here we have a pair of shorts. They're white with black sharks on them, and this little t-shirt. Little sleeveless black t-shirt that's got a little white outline shark on it, and it's, I don't know if y'all know the shark song, that baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark. So that's that. And another bag. There's only 2 more of these, so thanks for bearing with me. I have this little white t-shirt. It's got 2 purple shells over the breasticle area. And it's a little fringe top hanging down. And the little shorts are white. Yeah, I mean, they're very sparkly. Look like scales, like a mermaid. So they're purple, actually. And purple and aqua iridescent, as you can see. Looks like scales for a mermaid. And then we have... And these are mostly clothes from my big girls, because I've gotten several big girls and they did not have a lot of clothes. So that's what these are for, most of them. And here we have a little onesie that has, it's white short sleeve onesie, and it's got 2 shells over the breasticle area that are outlined in pink and filled in with very sparkly silver. And then the bottom is blue, it looks like scales, and it has a little pink belt. It's either a belt or a headband. I'm not sure which, probably a headband. And then this, I absolutely could not resist. And I know y'all are going to ask me where I got this stuff. Where did I get this stuff? I have no idea. I can't remember. But it doesn't have a label in it. But this is a little sunsuit that's white, and it's got different colored llamas all over it. And across the bib at the top is a trim of blue, kind of looks like little rope or little baubles. And it's got pink baubles hanging down. And then the straps are like a Southwestern or Mexican style straps. And the back is the same. And then the front is all llamas. Yeah, so y'all know I like llamas. And then we have this little dress, which is, it's long sleeve, but it's white, and it's floral pinks and oranges and red and greenery on it. And it's that real silky kind of, it's a polyester cotton type material, but it's like a scarf. Yeah. And then it's got a white underlay skirt in it, and zips up the back. And these are from Pat Pat. I do remember that. I think there's tag Pat Pat. And then here's a little white sundress, and it's got yellow lemons on it, and the angel sleeves go around the back. That's a little sundress. And then we have this little pink shirt that's got lollipops in yellow, orange, and pink. And it's got a red bow and a pink bow on the sticks. And the little floral shorts that go with it. The floral shorts have gray with white dots, and then all these little flowers, different colored flowers. White flowers with blue, pink, and yellow centers. Then there's this little dress that is a salmon colored pink, I guess. And it's got a flower, the daisy flower with a little green happy face on it and sparkly little leaves and white dots on it. It's a little dress, and it's got the bottom is sort of ruffly. And then we got this little floral dress. It's white with navy blue and sort of a rust color and green flowers all over it. Short sleeve, and it came with this little salmon colored jacket. Well, it's a pink jacket actually. And then this little this little sundress, which is like the lemon one, but the fruit on it is pink, and it looks like pink lemons actually. It could be, well, I started to think maybe it's grapefruit, but it's shaped like a lemon. So I was thinking there might be pink lemons. That's where we get pink lemonade, right? And it's just another little sundress. And then we got this little outfit, and I think this is also for my grandson, which is white, long sleeve, long pants, no feet in them. And it's got black stripes and green stripes and a zebra on the side. And this cute little all-in-one. There's no feet in it either. It's white, and it's got rabbits and bears and foxes on it in blue, pinks, and browns, I guess. There's a hedgehog as well. So that was this haul. So, yeah. Then we have Sarah. Hi, Sarah. And I'm going to let Sarah grin at you for a second. I'm going to change her. I did find one other outfit. And it's long pants, long sleeves. It's a cream color, and the sleeves are lavender, and it's got a big lavender and aqua blue dragonfly on the front of it. So we're going to put that on her. Those are so far the only two insect things I can find. And while I'm changing her, little Miss Sarah, I thought I would tell y'all. Oh, well, I have been on that walk to Emmaus. So I left Thursday morning and came back Sunday night. And it was oh my goodness, such an awesome time. And the Lord really, really was. The walk to Emmaus is a spiritual retreat that you can only take once in a lifetime. But then once you have attended it, you can go back and serve on a team, which is what I do. And I'm usually a musician, and this time I was head musician. Oh my goodness, look at that hair. Look at that hair. Look at that, guys. Can't tell what y'all are seeing. Anyway, so I lead the music, and we do specials, solos, and stuff like that, but mostly it's corporate worship music, and I lead everyone in that and play guitar. And I tell you what, my fingers, are so sore. I don't even know if you can see the calluses on my fingers from playing guitar for over 72 hours. But, it was such a glorious, glorious time, and we had so many heart changes on that walk. God really showed up and showed off, I tell you. It was awesome. Whole place filled with the Holy Spirit. But from Thursday to Sunday, I added up, I got a total of 14 hours of sleep that whole time. So I was really, really tired by the time I got home. Went to bed early and got up. I slept almost 10 hours. It was 9 hours and 40 minutes, I think. And 7 hours and 20 minutes of that was motionless sleep. I have my smart watch. It will tell me how I sleep. So that's how I know that. And see, Monday I was still pretty tired because I still had to get up at 7 and take Sawyer to school. And the older two boys had a teacher work day, so they were out of school. So I had them. Then I had to go back and get. So it really wasn't a restful day. But the boys were good. I really hardly even knew they were there. The older boys just pretty much kind of take care of themselves. But we did have to go to the grocery store and that kind of stuff. But those bent legs, that kind of fits funky, doesn't it? What are we going to do with your hair? What are we going to do with that hair? What a messy, messy head. So anyway, that was wonderful. But then I got home and Monday I had to do some laundry. And so I put in a load of towels, big load of towels. And lo and behold, my washer gets to the spin cycle on it. And I have a front-loading washer so that when you put clothes in and turn it on, the door locks and you can't get it back open. It has a cancel button on it, and an unlock button, but there's certain times during the cycle you can't get that open. There you go, Sarah. There you go, Sarah. And so my washing machine has lately started where it makes noise and walks around. And it's a big, huge machine, and it sits up on like a pedestal thing that's got a drawer underneath. So it's big and heavy. And so got to the spin cycle, and it started that rocking and making all kinds of noise, and all of a sudden the door blew open on the washing machine. It blew through the lock. That's how hard it was going. And so I ran in there and I tried to shut the door and it won't shut. So now I have about 50 pounds of soaking wet towels that have not spun the water out yet. It still has 17 minutes left to go on the cycle, so it probably hadn't rinsed yet either. So I have these soaking wet towels. The door won't shut. This was Monday, and I called the repairman, and he's coming today. This is Wednesday. So I tried hanging those towels. I tried to dry them, but they were so wet. After an hour, they were still soaking wet, still heavy. So I took them out and I hung them all over the house because it had been raining and couldn't hang them outside. And so waiting on him to come. So I'm either going to get my my washer fixed, or get a new washer. So we hope it's fixed, don't we? Yeah, we do. So anyway, that's how it's been going. And all my little kiddos, I have not been able to do a video since the February 14th, I guess. So there's Sarah. And there's Alicie. Everybody's still dressed up in their Valentine's outfits. But hang on a second. Just thought I'd show you the guys in the crib. There's Will, Jack, Sam. There's little Miss Julia dressed ready for Theme Thursday. Kai talking on the phone to Joseph, or as he calls him, Jophus. And Natalie. And Sophie. And this is the baby I'm working on. He's getting there. He's a big boy. He's just laying in here until I'm not done with him yet. I still have to do his hair and eyelashes. And I've never done that before, so that's going to be a trip. But this is a 3-month Joseph asleep. Big fat boy. And so, yeah, he's coming along. All right, guys. That's it. Love you. And talk to you soon. Probably about Thursday. Bye-bye.